Let me please welcome on stage the CEO of Administrative Modernization Agency in Portugal, Mr. Pedro Diaz.
Good morning. Excuse me. Her Excellency, Minister of the Presidency and Administrative Modernization, dear Director General of DGIT from the European Commission, distinguished fellow colleagues from public administrations across Europe, ladies and gentlemen, at EMA we are really pleased to collaborate with DGIT in today's event, given our own strong promotion of sharing and reuse practices. Interoperability in particular is a key instrument for modernization in Portugal, and we have been for a long time closely following European Commission strategies and policies on this field. It actually began, our joint efforts began with the IDABC program back in 2004 with the publication of the decision on interoperable delivery on pan-European e-government services to public administrations, businesses and citizens. At that time, back then, Portugal was already drafting our national interoperability platform and framework, which was aligned with European guidelines. One of the first at European level, this platform enabled the creation, already in 2007, of the Portuguese citizen card, which was unparalleled at that time and to some extent still is. Based on an identity federation mechanism, we were able to join in a single smart card 4 different citizen numbers, from civil registry, tax authority, social security, and public health system. And by using and sharing these attributes, these numbers, we were able to accomplish this without the creation of a single or centralized database. On a cross-border perspective, Portugal enrolled, for example, on STORC since its very beginning, and its technical specifications were used to develop our national identity provider. Currently, STORC specifications are still the basis of our authentication portal and our flagship authentication system, which we call the Digital Mobile Key, which is an authentication platform designed for smartphones. However, interoperability is not only technical or does not require only to follow technical guidelines at all. The legal and organizational fronts are fundamental to achieve sustainable progress on these areas. Portugal has soon set a cohesive legal framework to guarantee the implementation of sharing and reuse policies and projects. Different decree laws passed until 2014 established both once only and digital by default principles. In other domains, such as e-procurement, Portugal was a true frontrunner, with active platforms running since 2002 and mandatory use legislation since 2008. But as we all know, we also need, and as the Minister just stated, good, sound, solid organizational structures to promote share and reuse. That's why we are trying to do the conjunction of 2 major governance structures and models in Portugal. The Council for ICT, the Minister mentioned this in her statement, and the Simplex Plus program. Within the Council for ICT, we set a governance model with a CIO, for each ministry. All the CIOs report their progress and challenges to the Council, which is chaired by the Minister herself. Each CIO is then responsible to identify, implement, and monitor specific initiatives on interoperability and the reuse of software, services, and applications. A significant proportion of initiatives under the governance of this Council are the result of Simplex Plus, an annual program designed to reduce red tape and boost interoperability in Portugal. Last year's edition came up with 255 different initiatives dozens of which are being implemented through our national interoperability platform. Such measures include, for example, an automatic renewal process for driver's licenses, with medical patient certificates, when necessary and applicable, being shared automatically with the driver's license entity. Another example is our unified address change process. It's a pure once-only application where a citizen is able to change a home address at a unique location or website, updating the address in both public and private institutions. But the most relevant benefits probably come from the share and reuse initiatives that we are developing with a strong collaboration from Social Security and tax departments. Projects such as the Energy Social Fair, where underprivileged families benefit from special utility discounts, and the social tuitions for college students, another once-only application to easily grant financial aid to students in need. These projects are only possible with the collaboration and sharing of both data and services from the Ministries of Finance and Social Security. Sharing is indeed a strong driver of innovative digital services, and that is also why we keep providing new shared services on the national interoperability platform, such as text messaging and electronic payments for both public and private entities alike. In text messaging alone, so that you can sense the magnitude of this service in Portugal, we are currently processing more than 2 million medical electronic prescriptions per month. And Portugal was probably the fastest country to reach a 95% level of e-prescriptions. We did it in 1.5 years. It is therefore not surprising that Portugal strongly supports the ISA² program, participating in its committee, coordination group, and thematic work groups. We wish to nurture our involvement with the program, and in this sense, we find it strategic to identify specific and concrete areas of collaboration and success, as happened before with Inspire for geographical data, or with EPSOS, which led to the well-received adoption of HL7 standard for health systems and health data. Of course, all of these would not have been possible or so effective if we hadn't had the support and developments, continuous developments of this community, the share and reuse community. We still have a lot of work to do, but we already count several examples of success and insightful learning. That is why we also have a strong excitement with today's ISA Sharing and Reuse Conference. It is a privileged forum to learn from best cases, best practices, experiences from all the countries across Europe that we all hope to build upon. I wish you all a great conference today.
Thank you very much, Mr. Diaz.